For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. First State Bank & Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank & Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank & Trust, go to firststateKS.com. The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Man, have we waited so long for this. The grandest stage in 4A baseball is here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas. For the second time in Tonganoxie Sports Live history, we are live bringing you coverage of the 2024 KSHSAA 4A State Baseball Championships presented by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, give them a call at 913-416-0406. And I'll tell you what, Dylan Funk here alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan in the stands. And Brendan, I'll start with you. You got a lot of ties. You got a lot of invested into this, being a Tongi graduate yourself just a couple of weekends ago. Now here you are covering your teammates along with us here in the state tournament, and what has undoubtedly been a miraculous run for the Chieftains, running their way through regionals, taking care of Chanute, the runner-ups from last year's tournament, and beating Bishop Miege again for the second time in 3 years in the regional championship game. They come in 12-13. They're the 8th seed. They're going to have a tough test in front of them against these Mustangs from Rock Creek, the number 1 overall seed. Have only lost one game the entire year. But before we get started here, just to take it all in, you know these guys this morning.
Man, oh man, I'm so excited to be here in the booth. I can remember myself 2 years ago here as a sophomore. I'm sitting right over on the right side behind where the Chieftains are situated. The vibes were immaculate there, state runner-ups, but I know this team is hungry. They want a state championship more than anything. They came up late my sophomore year, but now senior year, a lot of these guys, they got about 8 seniors on this team with a lot of youth. But I know for one thing, they're not overlooking this Rock Creek team, but they said, we've played so many good chance to make a run in the state tournament. It's going to start with this tough task against Rock Creek High School, which they propose a 25-1 record on the year.
And Dennis, it was 2 years ago. Brendan, you were in the stands as a sophomore cheering on the Chieftains. You and I, Dennis, were right here in this very press box, just a couple of boxes down from the left of where we currently are. And we saw the Chieftains as a 2 seed in that tournament come in, make a run all the way to the state championship game. They were down by 3 or more runs in both the quarterfinals and semifinals games. They were able to overcome them, go to the state championship game, came up short to the eventual back-to-back state champions in the McPherson Bullpups. Loomis and the squad are back, and they are looking to do more damage and potentially pull off the 8-1 upset.
Oh, that'd be awesome if they could do that. Yeah, that 2021 team, or was it 2022, I guess, yeah. 2022 team, that was a lot of fun to watch. They were hungry. They made it to the finals. Had it not been for a few errors and some bad misplays, then they would have had a chance to take it all home. But they're back today, and they should be loose. They have nothing to worry about. They're not expected to win this game, so they should be loose and ready to play. And
we're going to see about that in just a matter of moments. First pitch coming up in approximately about 9 minutes. Again, you're watching the S&S Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Since 1972, S&S Body Shop has been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game today and learn more at their website, snsautoandbody.com, or give them a call at 913-369-3193. And again, our state coverage today presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most. Give them a call, 913-369-6600. He's got the coaches meetings there at home plate, both teams out of the dugouts. We're expecting starting lineups here in just a few moments. Those are going to be brought to you by Team Tonga, as they've donated more than $229,000 in counting to Tonganoxie families. To learn how you can help make a difference and about upcoming Team Tonga events, check out their website at www.teamtongi.com. So, Brendan, let's talk about this regional tournament for these Chieftains and our games recap and analysis brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Learn more about their upcoming events at their website, www.tonganoxielibrary.org. So it was in the opening round, 5-seed Chanute against these Tonganoxie Chieftains. They get it done. Low-scoring affair, 1-0, and it was the Chieftains relied heavily on pitching to get them through, and it was a solid 1-2 punch in both that game and the regional championship against Bishop Miege and Merrick Davenport and Trevor McGraw. We're going to see Merrick here get the start here in game one. Trevor going to be out in right field. Again, starting lineup's coming up in just a few moments, but talk about the transition for Merrick Davenport. He has strictly been focusing on baseball. He's been ready for this season, and so far he has been looking the part.
And I mean, he's got to carry on his own legacy. I mean, his brother, a D1 commit to Stetson University. I mean,
and a member of that state championship team 2 years ago.
Oh yes, absolutely. He had a sophomore slump to start the year, but he's really finding himself again. I mean, the kid's flat out balling right now, and I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of nerves on Davenport, but I know he's going to come ready. But he's going to be greeted by this Rock Creek team, who they've got plenty of experience in this tournament.
Yeah, and that's something I'm going to turn it over for our keys to the game, brought to you by First Security Bank, your new locally owned community bank in Tonganoxie, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. And we're going to be talking a lot about this Rock Creek team. And again, they've come in with 25-1 overall on the season. Their lone loss only coming to Abilene earlier in the season. The Cowboys are in this tournament as well, so a potential rematch could be looming around the corner in this tournament. But these arms, we got to talk about them for Rock Creek, as they have almost a handful of guys they could put out there, starters, relief pitchers that have 1 or sub-1 ERAs on the season. We're going to get to see Venduska on the bump today for the Mustangs, and they got a lot of dangerous pitchers. That is the point. And in a tournament like this, Dennis, when we were here 2 years ago, that's really the currency if you want to make a run and win a state championship, is you got to have arms that can get you out. Quality start after quality start after quality start, and these Rock Creek Mustangs are in prime position to do that. Yeah,
and we did see that in the last tournament too. You just said, you really need 3 strong starters in order to crown this state championship.
We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer. Let's get our starting lineups for both the Chieftains and the Mustangs. Game 1, 2024 KSHSAA State Tournament coming up next.
State Baseball Championships. Activity programs are primarily for the student participants. The purpose of this activity is to provide learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth in the participants. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the KSHSAA High School Activities Association. Officials and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. Now let's meet the lineups for both teams. There's non-starters, assistant coaches, and coaches in starting lineups. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Chieftains of Tonganoxie High School. Assistant coach Jamie Fulgren. Assistant coach Eric Staples. Assistant coach Mark Padfield.
All right, folks, apologize about that slight delay. Chieftains in business right now with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. McGraw hit by a pitch. He's over at second base. Talon Langford with a walk over at first. And a pitch high level. This is Merrick Davenport, the pitcher. And fine-tuning a couple things, trying to get up and running. Just appreciate everybody's patience. We try to get it ironed out here. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Neska's 2-2 pitch on the way to Davenport, and another one fouled off.
And this was a last-minute decision, Davenport being the pitcher. McGraw had some, I guess, soreness on his arm, so he was a last-minute scratch on pitching. But like you said, McGraw will be playing in right field, and Davenport will get the start.
It's always a tough line to try to walk and spare pitchers' arms in this tournament, but that's the thing about day one is you got to win to get to day two. There is no tomorrow right now for either of these teams as Davenport rips that one. Hard time rebound to right field. It's going to take a hop, and it's going to be an RBI single for Merrick Davenport. Throw is cut off. That brings in McGraw to score. And the Chieftains, this is exactly what you wanted, coming in as the 8th seed against the #1 overall seed as they get on top early.
How about it? The energy of this crowd is absolutely insane. I mean, you could probably hear it through our field mic. It's absolutely nuts whenever Davenport got on base. And I mean, that's the kind of at-bat you need right there with 2 runners on and 2 out against Rock Creek's ace.
All right, such a solid at-bat there, Dennis. I know you greatly appreciate that. Davenport fouling off pitch after pitch, spoiling great ones. Finally got one he could handle, puts it into right, an RBI 2-out knock.
Yeah, like we've talked about many times, partner, the more pitches you see, the advantage switches over to the hitter. So good job by Davenport there.
Alex Crowley over at first base steps in. He swings at the first pitch, right? Too short, collects and throws across the way in time. And out number 3, it comes a batter too late for Rock Creek. The 2-out RBI single from Merrick Davenport has the Chieftains on top. Mustangs first at bat coming up on the other side.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Merrick Davenport doing his thing in the top half of the first. An RBI single with 2 gone, bringing Trevor McGraw in to score, making it a 1-0 ball game. Chieftains on top, and now he'll head out Two-toe the rubber, leading the Chieftains in strikeouts this year with 66, 4-4 record, 3.10 ERA through 49 and 2/3 total innings. And he's got a chance to come in and really shine here. And that's going to be one of the big keys that we talked about in our S&S Body pregame show, is that the starting pitching today for the Chieftains is going to have to be on point. They did one of the harder things early in the game is getting that one run across. Probably going to need another insurance run or two as it goes along, but a big start from Merrick Davenport's very going to be needed. The southpaw delivers low, a corner in for strike one on DeVita.
And this is kind of one of the keys, and I know we've been talking about it pretty much the past few days. This is going to have to be a pitcher's duel for Merrick Davenport and Dagan Vinduska if they want to win and come out on top. And nice job by Merrick Davenport, kind of evening the count. Just fell behind there.
2-1 count, Donovan DeVita, the junior shortstop. 319 average at the plate this season. Takes that one right at the knees, 2-2. 6 doubles, 1 triple. He has drawn 21 walks in the season, leads the Mustangs in that category, and he's got a full count here, now 3-2.
And DeVita, he's one of the more deadlier leadoff options. He's scored the most runs on the team with 28 this season.
And got him looking cheese at the knees for strikeout number 1 and out number 1. What a good battle for Merrick Davenport. The count going full at 3-2, sending DeVita back disgusted to the dugout.
And you know we've talked about how many times this season about how important it is to keep that leadoff hitter off base.
That's exactly the kind of start you want for Merrick Davenport.
Traditionally, when a leadoff hitter gets on, either with a hit or a walk, doesn't matter. If they get on, most of the time they will come around to score somewhere around that 60%.
Yes, 56 to 60% of the time they'll come around and score on you.
And that's even at the collegiate level or the professional level.
That's at the D1 level.
Yeah, so here at high school, those numbers probably a little bit more inflated. Nonetheless, very important to set down that leadoff batter in an inning.
Yep.
And especially for this Rock Creek team, which their top of the order is pretty solid.
Riker Zeller in, junior outfielder, also can be a pitcher for Rock Creek. 315 average. Mustangs coming in number 1 seed in this tournament, 25-1 on the season. Haven't lost a game since early April. And they did go around, says the third base umpire. And another full count for Merrick Davenport to Riker Zeller.
Zeller, something interesting about him as a pitcher. He threw a no-hitter against Silver Lake.
3-2 pitch. Over to short, Eccles. Throw across the way, got him by about a step and a half. Over at first, 2 up, 2 down, goes Rock Creek.
Trusting your defense is going to be another one of the big keys for both these teams. Nice job by Eccles to just get the routine play out of the way. You're 2 down, you're really taking a big sigh of relief off of your pitcher. And I think number 1 thing here is sitting this third batter down and then just go to work in the second inning trying to add on another insurance run.
Leading hitter as far as average on the season, stepping in and hit by the first pitch is Drew Becker. He's not going to have to worry about it, but with 2 outs, Merrick Davenport facing his first bit of trouble as Becker will make his way up to first base on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, it looked like that breaking ball got away from him there.
We'll have a courtesy runner. I believe that's Palmer Martini. Yeah, that's Palmer Martini on first.
As recorded 3 stolen bases on the season, or Palmer Martini, 2 stolen bases. He has been caught once. This one right back up the middle, and that goes into the gap on the right side of the bag. So a hit by pitch, and now a 2-out single. That one courtesy of Craneville, the center fielder. And the Mustangs now with 2 on, with 2 gone, just like the Chieftains had in the top half as they look to tie this game up.
And that's somebody you don't want to get on base is Brandon Craneville. I mean, he can crush the ball. And he's also a dangerous runner on the base pass. Leads the team in stolen bases with 22.
And what a unique position here for Dagan Vinduska. Davenport the pitcher for the Chieftains out there right now, fires in a first pitch strike, 0-1 with 2 gone. Bottom of the first inning. Davenport stepping in with runners at first and second, 2 outs in an inning. He got the big RBI hit. Can Venduska try to repeat here? Try to help himself out as he goes back out to the bump to start the top half of the second. Here's the 0-1. Low and away, couldn't get him to chase. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The unique thing about Rock Creek is they're not afraid to be aggressive on the base pass. I mean, they have plenty of stolen bases. Venduska's got 10 himself. As you see, Eccles is trying to get the attention of Davenport, but I think early on you need to play your game. You need to just focus on the zone and not worry about the base pass right now. But Rock Creek is definitely going to be aggressive.
2-1 on the way, another one off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strikes. To Venduska. McCarn, the second baseman, is currently on deck. Venduska, a .290 average on the season. Marenborg. So now there's easy sailing for the first 2 batters. Now all of a sudden a hit by pitch over at third base, a 2-out single at second, and now a walk over at first. Brings McCarn up in a bases loaded opportunity.
The second baseman, number 20, Casey McCarn.
It looks like we have another courtesy runner. That's going to be Landon Snyder.
Already 2 courtesy runners out in the field for Rock Creek.
And I like this approach from Rock Creek. You have one of your best hitters now in McCarn. Leads the team in hits at 29. He's a really, really patient hitter when he wants to be.
Yeah, Merrick really doesn't want to fall behind this hitter here. And he does.
He's having a hard time trying to find the zone right now. 2-0 to McCarn.
I think he doesn't want to put it in a zone where Rock Creek loves to hit the ball.
I'm just swinging this at that one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's a good off-speed pitch there by Merrick.
McCarn thought it was going to go fastball, so he went for it, and Davenport had him fooled.
See if he feeds him back-to-back breaking pitches. Next one in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Davenport a strike away and an out away from getting out of the bases loaded jam.
I need another pitch strike here. I'm not wanting to load the count.
Swing and a miss, and the second strikeout, energetic coming off the bump, is Davenport. And after 1 inning of work, the Mustangs strand 3, and the Chieftains hold a 1-run lead.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Boo! Hey, where are you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Back to the top of the second inning of work for Venduska. His team currently behind by a run. Chieftains on top. Blake, Briley, and Dorn, 7, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the second inning. Again, I'm Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan. So great to be back here on the airwaves of Tonganoxie Sports live for free on YouTube. Got a great crowd on hand for both the Chieftains and the Mustangs, as expected.
And now Dennis here is a clutch hitter here. Ben Blake
Yeah.
He had a grand slam against Ottawa. He's performed pretty decently in the playoffs.
Puts this one into play out into right field, drifting back on it and bringing it in. No problem is Zeller. Blake definitely one of those dark horse guys coming in for this tournament for the Chieftains that he can have a big hit or two and potentially propel the Chieftains on to the next round. He's got that capability and he's got that trust in Coach Loomis and the rest of this coaching staff and the team. Now the center fielder, Brendan Briley. First pitch in the pipe for strike one.
I mean, this guy, how about him? He's definitely my MVP of the regional tournament. I mean, how about coming in and shutting down the door twice?
Third baseman charging in, throws across the way in time, and Chieftains quickly 2 up, 2 down. Briley did have that 286 average. 1 double, 2 triples, 1 home run.
That was against Paola Panthers, in fact. That comeback game.
Down to the catcher, Baron Dorn. Young sophomore, 214 average and 62 plate appearances. Fouled straight back into the net. Got the timing up. So he tried to make contact and put it in play.
And this season, it's about him. It's all been just getting his confidence up, and he's definitely stepped up to the occasion. It's really, he needs to do it now in this tournament as well.
Another one fouled up. That'll get over the net and out of play, zipping right by the stands here at Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas, a site for the 2024 KSHSAA State Baseball Championships. 1-2 count to Dorn. Duska looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Next pitch is delivered. High and away, laying off of it, 2-2.
It's a beautiful day here in Salina. It's not hot, but it's cool breeze.
73 degrees. That first pitch, 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing out of the south-southwest. For those of you at home, that means it's blowing right from right field to left field. So it's going to help anything hit up in the air to the left side.
A battle for Dorn in the 9 spot, drawing the 2-out walk. And you know, for Venduska, that was about the last thing you want to do is walk the 9-hitter. Now we go back to the top of the order, bringing in Brock Gibbs.
Brock Gibbs has been a phenomenal hitter so far. He's been kind of a dark horse also alongside with Blake, in fact. I mean, the kid's come out of nowhere, junior, and he's really stepped up to the occasion. He's really going to be one of the main leaders next year for this squad.
Yeah, I think Loomis ecstatic, a 395 average, great contact hitter. 3 doubles, 2 triples. Also has collected 7 RBIs and scored 16 runs himself. Pretty good spot to be up in the leadoff part of this order. As the Chieftains try to get another run across, maybe another little 2-out rally. 1-0 pitch on the way from Venduska. Into the zone, low outside corner for strike one.
He's given that low outside corner, so hopefully Merrick Davenport's taking notes.
2-1 now. Gibbs 0 for 1 in the game, a ground out to the first base side, the first at bat.
Jessica's really taking his time here.
Couple of glance over at first, now delivers. Gibbs swings at it, protecting the plate, and a 2-strike count.
I like the way he kept his head down on that swing. It's a nice form.
Gibbs has only struck out 8 times this season. Number 9 is going to have to wait a little longer. It's going to be a tough play. Gibbs trying to beat it out, and he does up the first base line. A good stretch over there at first by Lubbers. And it was going to be a tough play to make on the slow roller to the beat over there at third. Almost no chance at it. And the Chieftains again, runners at first and second, 2 outs.
Yeah, it's ruled an infield hit. You can see it on the scoreboard.
How about Brock
it
Gibbs?
should.
How about Brock Gibbs? I mean, that speed, phenomenal speed. I mean, just the way he hustles, the way he plays. I mean, he's a fun player to watch, and looks like Rock Creek wants to talk things over.
This game we've been talking about. Got to keep an eye on pitch count for Vendeska. He's at 38 pitches right now, and then another potential 2 runners on, 2 out kind of situation here. It's going to be Zach Marcouli at his bat next. Ground out on a liner right back to the pitcher. Having some good conversation out there?
Yeah, it looks like we got a scout from Benedictine.
A lot of great players across the board here. 4 teams in the East, 4 teams in the West. That's one mound visit taken off for Rock Creek, just trying to go in, trying to settle down Vendeska.
Rock Creek's pretty well known to, if you're struggling early, they're going to take you out as soon as possible because they have a plethora of arms they can go to. But I think if Vendeska coughs up another run or 2 here, it looks like he could be done for the day, and they may go to another one of their arms here to try and stay alive in this tournament.
Yeah, that's 7-0 record on the season, .87 ERA in 36 1/3 innings for the senior southpaw. .57 strikeouts to 18 walks. His 10th start of the season. No pitch on the way momentarily from Marcouli. A couple of glances over at second. Now delivers. Marcouli doesn't swing at it. 2-0.
Marcouli is a really patient hitter. He's really gained a lot of confidence in his sophomore year. He got a couple reps his freshman year, but now he's really starting to take on more of a load here this year, and he's certainly stepped up to the challenge and has embraced it. A little mind games at second.
Roller Vendeska diving out for it, can't get it. Scooped up over at short, throw to first in time. What a beauty of a play. And the 2-out jam is worked out of for Vendeska thanks to the flashing of the letter by Martini out there in short. Chieftains strand a pair, still up 1-0.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger. I don't really.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
There's Davenport collecting 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Hold on to a 1-run lead on 2 hits for the Chieftains. No runs on just 1 hit so far for Rock Creek. 7-8-9 due up for them as well. Lubbers takes a first pitch called out of the zone for ball 1. Something that we saw Davenport struggle with a little bit when he was trying to find that 3rd and final out back in the first. Bases were loaded. He was able to get the big strikeout, swing and miss on McCarn. Now Merrick will move on in this game, trying to hone in, try to work the zone.
I think he's telling Doran kind of in a spot there how to move and how not to move. But no, I think it's all nerves right now. I mean, when you're told you're going to play first base and then a couple minutes later you're going to start against the #1 seed in the tournament, that's definitely got to feel some nerves, but also he's definitely trying to step up to the challenge here, and it's all about just finding a feel for the zone on this umpire.
And ball 4 right there, second walk for Davenport. And Denny talked about that coming into this game as a player like Davenport, you're expecting you're going to be over in the field and you're focusing in on that, and you find out before the game that, hey, kid, young sophomore, we're going to put you on the bump in this first-round state quarterfinal game against the #1 overall team. I mean, like, mentally, how is that? How do you think that's been received so far for Davenport? I love it.
I think that was Dennis's cue, but
so far he's been up to the challenge. So far, that's been good.
He has. He's got to quit falling behind these hitters, though, or it's going to come back to bite him. He just walked the first leadoff hitter. We know how difficult that can be. Now we're playing small ball.
That one goes foul at the line by Martini.
I was just going to say, I wondered if they would put something on there, try and get this knotted up, especially since it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
this is the kind of part of the order they like to do that, where they play that small ball.
Yep.
To try and get the bases loaded so that way they can get their leadoff hitters in, and that's why they have a lot of RBIs, they have a lot of hits, because they're known to come up in moments like these. Especially it's because they want to load up these 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Peter Martini, 208 average season. Put down. Davenport will just take the play over at first as he tosses over to Crowley. So job accomplished for Peter Martini. He advances up Lubbers.
Yeah, successful sacrifice.
It's too early in the game to worry about the leadoff runner there, so nice job by Davenport to just take the easy out at first and then just go to work here.
Yeah, that was really his only play.
To Procish. Also shows bump, but pops it straight in the air. A chance for Thorne, and he squeezes it. Heads up play on the backstop for the Chieftains, throwing the helmet off, able to get it in. Just a little too underneath that bunt attempt for Procish. And a big out number 2. That runner still in scoring position as we go back to the top of the order with Donovan DeBita.
Dorn's a really good defensive catcher. It was kind of questionable whether it'd be him or it'd be Plake, but really Plake's been assumed to kind of a part in the outfield. He's done a pretty solid job, but there's no question going into the season that they had full confidence in Baron Dorn, and he's performed up to his expectations.
Breaking pitcher staying high and out of the zone 2 straight times for Davenport, 2-0. DeBita caught looking on the strikeout. His first at bat. And the count here 2-0.
That's 3 curveballs.
3 straight balls.
He's trying to land that curveball top the zone. It's just not working for him. You need to go fastball backing in here.
Trying not to give DeBita anything that he can handle, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Davenport threw 4 off-speed pitches there.
He really has got to mix them up here in this next at-bat.
Now another chance for Zeller, 0 for 1, ground out too short.
Yeah, the difficulty is if you don't get your other pitches over besides your fastball, then they can sit up there and look for that fastball, sit on it.
That one with some heat on it into the zone for strike 1.
Let's see what he comes back with here.
He may go fastball again.
Nope.
A changeup.
I'll tell you, for some of these pitches for Davenport, he's not missing by a very wide margin either. That one another borderline pitch.
That big curveball. Oh, where was that?
Oof. That's back-to-back pitches now that have been right near the line in the zone. 2-1 count to Zeller.
Tonga coaches asked where that was at, and he said it was inside.
Swings at it. Right there is Eccles, underhand to second in time. And the Mustangs strand 2 more. Both teams strand 4 more runners. And after 2 innings of work, Chieftains 1, Mustangs nothing here on Tonga Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Chieftains hold on to a 1-0 lead here on Tonganoxie Sports Lab. Feels so good to say that again. It's been about mid to late February. Partner, you know the last time that you and I were able to call a game here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, we got to go all the way back to basketball season, that final road game at Ottawa.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
So great to be back and join alongside again Brendan Bolin.
And the last broadcast on this channel was girls soccer against Spring Hill, which was my duty, so.
It was. First pitch strike for Venduska. Gets in front of Trevor McGraw, the only player so far who come around to score in this game. He was hit by pitch after Venduska retired Gibbs and Marcoulier with a pair of groundouts back in the first inning. He came around to score on the RBI single from Merrick Davenport. Puts this one up the middle, top it up at short, and on his way to first base in time for out number 1.
That was a steamer right at short. Nice play there by McCarn. Excuse me, I believe that's Martini. Yeah, it's Martini.
Martini.
Carnes at second.
It's great to see Talon Langford back out there, who just got into action just last week in the regional tournament for the Chieftains. Been battling that knee injury that he suffered back in the early part of the fall or late summer.
Late summer, yeah.
Missed football season, missed the entire basketball season. Unfortunately, able to compete here in baseball. 2-0 pitch. And tied up a little bit there, straight back into the net, 2-1.
And he was really gunning to be back in time for basketball season, but unfortunately was not able to be cleared. And then still some hesitation with his doctors, but finally able to get back out there and compete. So happy to see him back there. He's a phenomenal athlete, and if he stays healthy, you're in for another great year of sports with Talon Langford at the helm, folks.
Yeah, he's a whale of a football player, too.
Pops this one up. Third straight pitch fouled off for Langford. Yeah, we saw him during the basketball season. We could tell that he was his rehab was starting to crank up a little bit. And you could tell he had been working really, really hard. In fact, that last game against Ottawa that we streamed, he actually suited up for that game. He did not make an appearance, but he was out taking warm-up shots with the team, and he looked as strong and as athletic as he ever has so far in his high school career. This one deflected off of Venduska. It's going to be no play. Talon Langford beating it up the first base line. That's just kind of tough luck, but keeping it from at least going out to the outfield.
That's ruled a hit by the official scorekeeper.
And that was a steamer right up the middle, right at Venduska. Happy to see he's okay. It got a pretty solid bounce off his leg, but I mean, man, oh man, Chieftains, nice of them to start another inning with a runner on first here.
See if Merrick can get another hit here, help his cause.
1 for 1, the 2-out RBI single back in the first inning. Wind continuing to blow here at Dean Evans Stadium, pulling anything from right field over to left field. even in the few amount of games that Talon has played in, just 2 of them, he does have 2 stolen bases. So we'll see maybe if Coach Loomis over there wants to try to send him for that second base bag. He's got Venduska's attention for sure. Delivers, not going, just above the letters to Davenport, 2-0.
Langford had a small little jump before Venduska delivered, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if Loomis wanted to send him here in a matter of moments. But you got Davenport here, so wonder if he's being patient with this one.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Loomis wants to run himself out of an inning here. Merrick saw this pitcher really well the last time up and was able to get a hit, so I think he's probably not going to risk an out at second base.
And the count 3-0 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to wait on that one too. That's going to be a first pitch strike for him, or not a first pitch strike, but a first called strike for him. So
4th pitch strike.
4th pitch strike, yes.
There goes Talon, and it's ball 4, so it's not going to matter. He got a pretty good jump on it, though.
I was going to say, it's only a matter of moments before Talon Langford was set, and he got like you said, quite a nice jump there, and Davenport's going to be taken out, and in comes Jacob Morenz. I figured that would have been the first option out of the bench for Coach Loomis if they want some speed in Morenz. The young sophomore is definitely a speedy threat with he's only got 3 stolen bases, but the kid's got some wheels for sure.
And a prime opportunity here for the Chieftains. Alex Crowley stepping in 0-for-1, the ground out. 55 pitches so far in this game for Venduska. 1 run on 3 hits, 3 walks, has yet to record a strikeout.
I'm going to play some mind games at second.
For the supporters that have come out for the Chieftains, they might come unglued if Crowley can find a way. If he can sting something into the gap.
He's done it before.
Just give Langford the chance to try to score over from second base.
He's very patient. He struggled to start the year, but he's really finding himself. He's really coming up to be a clutch hitter, and I mean, the fans absolutely went nuts whenever he had a clutch 2 RBI single against Chanutes, the state runner-ups last year in this very tournament. See if he can come up big here again.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
I think he is waiting off speed of what Coach Loomis said, but now I think it's going to be got to protect the plate here.
Yep. His job is to move the runners at least.
Gonna hit something in the infield. You want it on the right side.
Absolutely.
Now waiting the 1-2 pitch from Venduska. Here it is. Puts it in play out into right. Settling under it. Not going to be deep enough for Langford to try and tag up. And a big out number 2 for Venduska and the Mustangs.
Probably just kind of got under that one there.
Well, he was trying to go to the right side, so he had the right mindset.
Just kind of got under it and went opposite field there. But now we have another clutch hitter up, Ben Plake. Let's see what this senior can do here.
0-for-1 right now with a fly out to right. You can tell these runners aboard for the Chieftains have the attention of Venduska.
It's 2 outs, you're down 1. It's top of the 3rd, and you've left 4 runners on base in these 2 innings. I think in the same scenario you've had the past couple innings, it's definitely something that will. Oh, yep, that certainly got the attention of Venduska, and it really came back to bite him there. Both runners moving up 90 feet.
Definitely some mind games that continue to play, and Venduska now a hit away from potentially plate 2 for the Chieftains.
And another wild pitch away from possibly plating 1 and moving the runner on second, another 90 to third. Kind of moved inside there. I like Blake's approach there. But Vindeska had some nice movement there.
Might have just got a piece of it. He did, but it's going to be strike two, a 1-2 count. 2 runners in scoring position for the Chieftains. They lead by a run. 1-2 from Vindeska, and it's right back up the middle. Is it going to fall? And it will, and a big hit for Blake.
They're going to send him.
Loomis putting up the stop sign. Langford comes in to score. Davenport held up at third, and there you go. Just what we were talking about for Blake. Talk about he can come up with clutch hits. He just did right there. Another 2-out RBI single for the Chieftains. They take a 2-0 lead.
How about Blake? He saw that Vindeska was going in the zone off speed, and then I think he found a pitch he liked right in the zone again, and he absolutely delivered on that one. And that's Marin's on third, actually. Funk, but
that is, you're right.
I figured he was going to send him home.
Pitch running for Davenport. I thought he was too. I think that was the only question when it was going down into center. Was it gonna hang up enough to give him a chance? Craneville out in center to bring it in. He let it drop right in front of him.
Craneville's got a strong arm. So.
Yeah, and I think that's why we saw Loomis. I mean, he was almost halfway down the line with Marins. It was putting up the stop sign. Marins was actually, I think, looking at center a little bit because he didn't initially see the stop sign, but he saw it in just enough time to retreat back over to third base.
Well, Loomis initially waved him, and Loomis is like, whoa, 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 hold up. Go back.
And another one. This might get out into the gap. It won't. But it's another 2-out hit. Marins comes in to score. And Brendan Briley adds on another RBI for the Chieftains. It's a 3-0 ball game.
He's been a clutch pitcher, but how about him at the plate? I mean, putting a steamer in right center, giving the Chieftains another insurance run. And I mean, Davenport's really got to deliver here. He's done his part, and Vindeska is just seemingly just trying to work around the Chieftains, but they've been seeing him really well up to this point now. And they're starting to rally here. You can really feel the energy in Dean Evans Stadium.
As Frank Clark, Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl champion for the Kansas City Chiefs, likes to say, blood in the water. You can tell the Chieftains, like a pack of sharks, starting to rally, starting to circle, up 3. Insurance run number 4, just 90 feet away at third. Swung on, popped up right side. Pack of Mustangs trying to run it down. Would have been a web gem play, the diving attempted snag, but it falls foul.
Yeah,
I believe that was Lubbers.
That was Lubbers, the freshman, yeah.
Yeah, he had a shot at that because the wind was kind of holding it up for him. He gave it a good effort.
And pitch number 66 coming up next for Vindeska.
I imagine Lubbers could be one of the arms coming into the game if they need him.
Ooh, high level.
Oh. Lorenz was about a quarter of the way off third, and then the catcher, Becker, kind of looked at him, and Lorenz had to kind of do a 360 around it, go back to third.
He faked the throw down to second, and that's what got Lorenz all excited.
Yeah, he faked it down because Dorn was already, not Dorn, last hitter is really already going to second, but Dorn is retired here.
So there's the first strikeout collected for Vindeska. Chieftains add 2 more on. They have a 3-run lead.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Is this the third time through the order?
This is right now, we're in the middle of the second way through. 3, 4, and 5. Becker, Greenville, and Vanduska due up for the Mustangs. Merrick Davenport still on the bump for the Chieftains, now working with a 3-run lead. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Chieftains.
And this is a dangerous part of the order.
So far, the line for Davenport is 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Lefty versus lefty, inside, and it hits him.
It's definitely not how you want to start the inning.
No. He's struggling with his breaking pitch.
And especially with a dangerous part of the order who's proven to have some power with him.
Yep. Because if they can set on that fastball, this could get interesting.
Mustangs do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, so they could be drawing close to an end for Vanduska, at least on the bump. No movement for the Chieftains right now. They are riding with Merrick Davenport until the wheels fall off, as this one's popped out into shallow right. And going out there and bringing it in, the second baseman Brock Gibbs. So he takes care of it for out number 1.
A big out right there from Davenport.
Cranville's not really a patient hitter, but when he sees a ball he likes, he crushes it. He's batting .299. He's can really hit it for contact as well.
43 pitches right now in this game for Merrick. And gets ahead here, 0-1 on the swing and miss for Vanduska. Got on what they walked back in the first, was left stranded at first base as Davenport was able to battle back and strike out McCarn, who was on deck. Those strikeouts in the game for Davenport coming back in the first inning. One pitch, another one right by him, throw down the line, runner back in time.
That was a nice breaking pitch right down the middle. Vanduska was really, I think he was sitting fastball. He wasn't expecting an off-speed pitch to come right down the middle. But now you're in the pitcher's count of 1 and 2 if you're Davenport.
Yeah, if you're Davenport, you got to make him hit your pitch here. You don't want to give him a cookie.
He's actively checking Becker on first.
Off the plate, 2-2 now to Vanduska.
Wanted that curveball outside corner there, just couldn't quite land it, just kind of spinned a little outside. There goes Becker.
And just getting a piece of it, so all that running for nothing, as that will force Becker back over to first base. Still a 2-2 count to Vanduska.
But now if you're Davenport, I believe you want to stay focused on the zone, but also just be aware that Becker is going to be greedy, trying to go to second here.
You want to keep the ball down in the zone, try and get a ground ball in an infielder.
Couple of glances now, delivers another breaking pitch just off the end of the bat of Vanduska.
Getting on number 2 will be huge here because you have McCarn on deck, like you said. Another great hitter, and I think Dorn's telling Loomis to run his little earpiece again.
Davenport looking for strikeout number 3. 2-2 pitch.
Try to go back to that outside corner curveball. Just in case Becker is going to go to second, Dorn would have a good jump on it.
And a walk. Now the 4th walk of the game for Merrick.
Yeah, he's been able to dodge the bullet so far, but you keep putting him on base. You've got a hit by pitch and a walk right there. There's no defense against those.
Already a couple times that Chieftains have faced a 2 runners on kind of jam. They've been able to work out of it so far, holding on to this 3-0 lead.
Rock Creek can make you pay if you leave runners on.
Right side, slow roller. Crowley will take it. He'll go over, step on the bag, unassisted put out.
That's the right play.
That's a big out number 2. However, runners still in scoring position for the Mustangs. Becker at third and Venduska now at second.
Looks like they'll go with Palmer Martini on third.
Pinch runner.
Yes.
So pinch run for Becker. Coming, he'll start to get a head start, putting the catcher's gear back on for the top of the 4th inning.
The Lubbers up to the plate here. I wonder if he's that arm we saw warming up in the bullpen.
Man, he just keeps trying that breaking pitch outside. Yeah, it's staying outside on him. I don't know if that's a mechanical issue or.
Yeah, it's kind of based off of how he throws it and how it comes off his fingers. So if it comes off his finger wrong, it'll slide one direction or another. So
been trying to find the right grip, the right motion this entire game. That one just below the knees, 2-1. The kid has been battling so far. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts up to this point. And this one's going to be put out into the outfield. It's stung into the gap, and 2 will come across for the Mustangs. Trying to stretch it into a double. Good throw from the outfield, but he's into the second base bag. And again, Brendan, like you just said, for the number 1 seeded Rock Creek Mustangs, you keep giving them opportunities. They're eventually going to make you pay for them, and that's exactly what Lubbers just did there. A 2 out, 2 RBI double.
yeah, Davenport just kind of let it hang right in the zone, and Lubbers saw it and took it right in the gap, and the Mustangs plate 2 here.
Got a ball game, boys.
What else would you expect at the state tournament? The first of 4 quarterfinal matchups taking place here today. 2 more Frontier Leagues playing in the game after this. The number 4 seeded Lewisburg Wildcats and the number 5 seeded Paola Panthers. We have yet another courtesy runner coming in and a nice standing ovation for Lubbers.
It's Aiden McKinney.
Pinch running at second base for Aiden McKinney.
Hasn't logged any base running stats. He has come in often as a pinch runner, but he's at the plate. He's walked once, so.
Lubbers on that 2 RBI double, collecting RBIs number 11 and 12. And all of a sudden has it down to a 1-run game, a chance to tie for Martini in the box right now.
It's actually Cade Wolfringer.
Yes, it is.
Davenport needs to bear down here and get this out. You don't want to.
I wonder if we're going to see Wolfringer come into the game as the new pitcher. Something must have changed. Wolfringer 11 hits on the year. He's come up really solid. He's normally starts at third base. He can start both games, but normally they like to have him as kind of a game 1 or game 2 starter, just depending on how they feel against their opponent and that sort. So
Davenport's got him set up here. Let's see if he can punch him out.
Trying to stop the bleeding here, keep it at 2 runs. 1-2. Breaking pitch, slaps it off foul, does Wolfringer.
It could have been dangerous. I think he left that curveball like right down the middle.
Yeah, that was a cement mixer. That thing was just spinning. It was saying, hit me.
I love that. That's brilliant. Another 1-2 on the way. This one kept in play, but taken over by Gibbs, and the out in time over at first base. As Davenport gives up his first 2 runs of the game, the 2 RBI double for Lubbers. We'll have some shifting around for the Mustangs when we come back. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Got a new pitcher in for Rock Creek, and it is Lubbers. He was the guy that we saw warming up in the bullpen. 4-0 record on the season, 0 ERA, 32 total innings, 44 strikeouts to 8 walks. That's a whip of .391 for everyone keeping track at home. His job right now is to keep the Chieftains scoreless as the Mustangs trying to battle back after being down 3-0. They put 2 across in the bottom of the third, making it a 1-run ball game. So now we have Venduska off the bump. He is over at third base, and Welfringer, who pinched hit for Martini, is now over at short.
And the crazy thing about Lubbers here, he's only a freshman putting up those numbers.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's frightening.
I think Venduska's at first, isn't he, partner?
Yes.
Leading off the top of the fourth for Tonganoxie, second baseman Brock Gibbs.
Third time through the order for the Chieftains, and Brock Gibbs 1 for 2 with a single in the second inning. And then now that we have seen Venduska off the bump and they put Lubbers in, and we just went over his numbers, and it is almost proven to be impossible so far this season to get a run across on him. So the Chieftains really looking to continue to add on. Another great pitch there, 0-2. They'll be looking to add on another insurance run or 2 in the top of the fourth inning, hold on to a 1-run lead. This 4A state quarterfinal. And that's a slow roller that is going to be an infield hit.
Yep. And Martini is in the game. He's just playing short now, so. Here, I'll fix up the defensive position. So it looks like Wolfringer at first, Martini at short. McCarn still stays at second, and then.
Let's see if Coach puts something on here.
I wonder if they took. Or no.
Yep, there's the bunt.
Right up the line, perfectly executed. Might have beat it out. They say he's out.
Wow. That was
Marcoulier went over, thought that he had beat it out up the line. Nonetheless, a beautiful bunt up the first base side. So that advanced Gibbs up to second base.
Yeah, he did his job. I thought they might bunt him there because this guy has, he's got such a low ERA or a 0 ERA that you got to try and get runners in scoring position when you can.
Okay, so you were right. Venduska's at first, yes. McCarn at second. At short, Martini, and then I think they moved to Beta to third. I wonder if Wolfringer, maybe in the outfielder, is just a designated hitter.
Guess we'll find out when he's due back up at the plate. Starts Trevor McGraw off with a first pitch strike. 0-for-1, a ground out in the third, reached on a hit by pitch back in the first, and came around to score. Kansas City, Kansas Blue Devil commit. 1 of 2 on this Tonganoxie team, Luke Kessinger being the other. I don't know about you, Denny. You're out there in the stands. You got a pretty good look at it, but it looks like that pitch when it's coming in off of Lubbers, it's got some wicked speed and some late movement to it.
It's got a lot of movement. He's got some quality pitches. And he's able to throw everything for strikes. That's what makes him doubly tough.
Chieftains are staying patient with him here. Like I said, he's only given up a double. He managed to barely get the first out here, but now he's really getting to work against this talented senior who's had an impressive senior year so far.
What a jolt of energy it can be if he can come through with a hit and bring that run across on Lubbers. Steps off the bag. Steps off the mound, I should say. Keeping an eye over at Gibbs at the second base bag.
Groh is the only lone player who got some playing time in this tournament 2 years ago.
Puts this one out into right. High fly ball, runner not tagging. And a big out, number 2.
The third baseman, Colin.
From McGraw, he started out. Then as a sophomore, he was out in right field. And I'll remember in the semifinal game against Paola, where the Chieftains came back to win that one 7-5. He was out in right and squeezed in the final out that punched the Chieftains ticket onto the state championship game.
What a remarkable arm. Markham. And the kid was a phenomenal fastball thrower, 90 miles an hour. But this freshman right here, Lubbers, is certainly throwing some heat, but some late movement as well. So there's been quite a lot of fair share of phenomenal pitchers in this tournament every single year. Could also throw in 2 of our very own, Mason Davenport, Owen Welsh.
I always think back to that McPherson team the Chieftains faced in that state championship game. They had 3 excellent pitchers. I remember Hunter Alford being one of them. Now over at, I believe he's at Cowley County Community College, playing some ball over there for the Tigers.
Alford like that one. He just kind of second-guessed himself there.
He had talent fooled there.
Down the first of those 2 runs to come across the score in the top of the third for the Chieftains. Got on the 1-out single. Behind here, 1-2 to Lubbers. Here's the next pitch.
He can pick up his second hit. He can play to run here.
If it gets deep enough, but he's certainly got a lot of pop on the bat, so he's definitely thinking about protecting, but also being a little patient.
A lot of movement on that. Outside part of the plate called strike 3. Langford frozen. Lubbers a scoreless half inning in the top of the 4th, keeping it a 3-2 Chieftain lead.
Across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Colton McCann, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, and that'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Prakash followed by DeBita and Zeller. 3 do 2 up here for the Rock Creek Mustangs. 2 unanswered runs, making it a 3-2 ball game. First pitch from Davenport in there, called strike 1. Prakesh 0 for 1. Tried that bunt attempt back in the second inning. It was popped straight up into the air, allowing Dorn able to squeeze it in. So this has been a ball game so far with a very slim margin of error for both of these teams. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Chieftains, 2 runs on 2 hits for the Mustangs, and number 3 is going to come right there, rounding the first base bag, and the throw's not going to be in time. It's a leadoff double for Prakesh in the 9th spot.
And Prakesh has proven to be a hitter whenever Rock Creek needs him most. He's only one of the 3 Mustangs that have a home run, including pitcher and right fielder Mac Lee, and then Drew Becker, the catcher. But Prakesh has come up big whenever they need him to, and he's also a definite base threat here. He's stolen 17 bases this season, second most on the team.
I'd watch for a bunt here. No.
Not showing it yet. First pitch ball from Davenport down back to the top of the order. 3rd time through for Rock Creek and DeBita.
I think Davenport and the Chieftains defense are going to probably anticipate it here within these next couple of at-bats. I think they're going to be careful about this one.
No, they don't want to take the bat out of this young man's hands, I guess.
Breaking pitch, trying to hit that low and away corner, just can't get it.
Just barely got in there. Just a tad bit outside. He wonder if he's going to go back to it here.
2-1 pitch on the way, and that one skied in the air and fouled off on the right side for DeBita.
He went fastball. About the same location. And now you have an even 2-2 count. May check inside fastball or try and get him to go curveball again.
Curveball.
He went curveball
outside.
Just having a hard time trying to get that curveball to drop it to the zone at that last second. A 3-2 count. Here it is. And got big swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 3 in the game for Davenport. And the second of the game for DeBita. One looking, that one swinging.
That's a big out because that leaves that runner at second base with 1 out.
And DeBita's also been a phenomenal leadoff hitter, so he's been proven to be a nice top-of-the-order guy, so getting him out here is huge. Now you're back to the dangerous part of the order with Zeller. Craneville's in there too. McCarn, the 5-hole hitter. I mean, you're getting back to that dangerous part of the order for Rock Creek. So Davenport, just stay composed here.
And that one hit him, and it did. They're saying it got him right on the elbow.
That's the 3rd hit by pitch.
You would be right about that, Dennis.
Tongi's been quiet in their bullpen. I wonder if Loomis may see if he wants to go in there, but I've seen nothing from him. They, like you said, they may try and get all they can out of Davenport because all they have is Brendan Briley left to turn to. You could throw in Dwayne Filbert as well, but I imagine if McGraw doesn't want to throw tomorrow, if they win, then I imagine Filbert will start. But also you have to think about if you're going to consider throwing Davenport for game 2, do you want to conserve his arm as well and limit his pitch count?
Well, if you don't get by this game, you don't have tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, runner's going to try to go for 3rd to throw. Not going to be in time. Good job trying to keeping it from going out into the outfield. A diving snag from Talon Lightford. Pretty close. Dorn trying to run that one down. It was a good jump over there at second base from Prakesh. Now the tying run for the Mustangs, just 90 feet away.
Yeah, I like that call by Loomis to go ahead and walk him.
Yes.
It sets up a force at any base.
And Palmer Martini's going to go back on first for Drew Becker. It's a huge at-bat for Rock Creek, but also the Chieftains if they can get a double play opportunity here.
Bases loaded, tying run, and go-ahead run, both in scoring position.
This is a huge out for Davenport, 1 of 2, because Craneville, he loves to hit it in the gap. He can get a hold of him as well, but you really got to make him chase. He's kind of one of the more impatient hitters for Rock Creek.
Pitch number 78 from Davenport. 3 straight balls in this at-bat to Craneville.
Got no place to put him.
Craneville's like, yep, I'll take that one. I know where that's going. Now it's a battle for here. You got to give him strikes.
And that one low and away. And Davenport walks in the tying run. The Mustangs have answered. Seeing the Chieftains score 3 unanswered, they do the same. We are tied here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. 6th walk compared to 3 strikeouts and 3 batters hit by pitch from Eric Davenport.
Like I said, Rock Creek, if you give them the opportunities, they're going to make you pay, and they're certainly seeing Davenport starting to wind down a little bit here, but also they're trying to be as patient as they can, and they're definitely attacking him really well here. If I'm Davenport, I got to get out of this inning before any more damage is done.
Big hooking curve, just staying out of the zone, 2-1.
He's really struggling with his off-speed stuff. These Rock Creek hitters are able to set on the fastball.
3-1 now.
Just a tad bit outside on that outside corner.
Loomis just with a smile and shaking his head in the dugout, not liking the zone right now. This one popped up into the air.
That should be deep enough to get him home.
We'll see if they send him,
Nope.
And they do not. Throw cut off by Crowley, and there's a big out number 2.
Yeah, that's huge.
And we talked about that arm for McGraw, definitely feeling some fatigue. So he's able to settle under it. He's willing to try to zip it into home plate if the runner was going, but bases remain loaded with 2 outs, and first meeting for the Chieftains as Coach Loomis will come in the infield, and Dorn, the catcher, on the mound as well. Is this the time we're going to see Coach Loomis make a pitching change? As the Rock Creek Mustang chants start to break out here. The Rock Creek faithful starting to break out.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
Still Davenport out there for the Chieftains, just a meeting trying to bode some confidence into the young sophomore for Coach Mitch Loomis. Making yet another trip to state with the Chieftains. That brings in McCarn, working on an 0-for-2 day, a strikeout and a ground out. Bases are loaded for the Mustangs, and a first pitch ball just a hair high out of the zone.
And I believe this is their 4th appearance in 10 years, this squad. McCarn definitely was hacking at that one.
That's the 88th pitch right there for Davenport. You got to imagine if he's able to get out of this jam, that could potentially be the day for him. 2 straight swings and misses, 1-2 count. Trying to put McCarn away here.
Come back with that same pitch.
Don't give him anything to put in play. Tried to jump outside curveball, get him a chase, but McCarn wasn't having it at all.
Hanging on every single pitch. This is state baseball. 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Davenport's fired up about that, and I would be too.
Fourth strikeout on him for the day, and none bigger than that one, denying the Mustangs. Second time Rock Creek has stranded the bases loaded. We head to the top of the fifth, 3-all.
Davenport at 92 pitches.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
This has been an absolute treat so far. If this game is any indication, this might be one of the best state tournaments games that are taking place this entire weekend. Rock Creek and Tonganoxie tied at 3 runs apiece. The Chieftains collected 6 hits, and Mustangs have collected 3. No team with an error recorded yet. As we go to the middle part of the order, Davenport, Crowley, and Blake will be due up for Tonganoxie. Having some extra conversation here. Coach Loomis,
about the zone,
home plate umpire. Yep.
I think he's like, we need to get the same calls that you're getting. I think he's just been very upset about the zone for his guys, but also what he's been giving Rock Creek. So it's a beautiful day out, a lot of shade at Dean Evans Stadium, and I mean, there's a lot of fans for both sides, especially. I mean, just to name a couple of Tonganoxie big names around here. Coach Matt Bond is in attendance.
Of course. Rocking the signature bucket hat right behind home plate, too. If there's any big games, doesn't matter the sport, the event, if it's happening from Tonganoxie or Tonganoxie's taking part of it, Coach Bond, you know he's going to be there. One of the biggest supporters of the student athletes.
Well, not only that, but he's probably got all these athletes in his weight class, too.
For sure. For sure.
Me especially.
Of course, the athletic director, Josie Eastis. His family's here. Principal Cody Witt as well.
Mary Welch, happy retirement to her. And then also the track team gearing up for state tomorrow as well. Coach Tieroff, I saw him over there by the T-shirt sign. Best of luck to them tomorrow as they go to Wichita for the 4A, 5A, and 6A state track meet. A lot of Rock Creek fans as well, but I mean, both these fan bases are coming out and supporting everybody here, but
they're passionate, they love their teams, and they travel well. Both the Chieftains and the Mustangs.
And they've been treated to a very good game so far.
Boy, haven't we.
Especially everybody watching at home as well.
There's 3 straight unanswered to start the game. 1 in the first and 2 in the third for Tonganoxie. Rock Creek answered with 2 in the bottom half of the third and tacked on 1 more in the bottom of the fourth, keeping it a 3-3 ball game. Mustangs have had opportunities with the tying run in scoring position. And give credit to Merrick Davenport. It was a bases loaded jam that he was able to work himself out of with 1 out. He also faced the same situation back in the first inning as well. As he's now 92 pitches on the day, so it will be very interesting to see who comes out and take the bump for the Chieftains as this one's put back up the middle. Underhand over at short and across the way in plenty of time. Davenport is retired for out number 1.
That was a nice hostile routine play by Martini over at short. I mean, definitely looked like it could have gone down, but Martini was able to have the right amount of traction and read on that to just collect it and get the first out here. Big first out for Rock Creek. They're battling here, and they know it.
First pitch just fouled off by Crowley. First time he's facing Brock Lubbers.
Lubbers had him tied up with that breaking pitch on the inside part of the plate.
It's fooled a couple batters, but whenever he first got out there, the Chieftains are able to get him riled up a little bit.
One pitch, chopped. Lubbers gonna have to be a good throw, and it's off the bag. It's gonna be a really tough play to make anyways, so Crowley will reach first base safely with one gone.
I thought they would have called that foul. It was kind of spinning back towards, or it looked like it was gonna go foul, I should say. But nice hustle by Crowley to get to first.
And the third infield hit on the day for Tonganoxie. Brings Ben Blake back in. 1 for 2, does have that RBI. Came through with that big hit back in the third. Just one RBI apiece for Davenport, Blake, and Brendan Briley.
And this part of the order has been really dominant for this Chieftains squad. I think they need to come up big here again if they want to jump back out in front of the 1 seed here. So we'll have another meeting on the mound.
Got some time here. You see him kind of kicking around those turf pellets, but just want a quick, brief meeting with his catcher here, Lubbers, trying to talk some things over. Loomis taking the opportunity to get some extra words in with Blake.
I think maybe the catcher was crossed up on the signs, so I think he went out there to make sure they're square on the signs.
Always a key part to make sure your pitcher and catcher are always on the same page.
Catching's tough enough when you know what's coming.
Over on the right side, a second for 1, across the way, in time, a 4.63. Well done by Rock Creek, and that'll do it for the Chieftains in their half of the 5th inning. Still a 3-3 ball game. And we'll see who comes out for the Chieftains coming up on the other side of this break.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org. Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
With 92 pitches on the day, it is still Merrick Davenport. He'll get sent out for the bottom of the 5th inning. You gotta imagine, short leash on him, one, just given the situation in a 3-3 tie ball game, but also with that pitch count getting up there. We're looking at potentially the final half inning of work for Merrick Davenport. He's pitched a good one so far for the Chieftains. 3 runs on 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. Does have 6 walks. He has hit 3 batters. He's done his part. He's worked out of some crucial jams to help keep the Chieftains in this game.
And I think they're trying to get all they can out of him because I believe they want to put Briley in a better situation, but also uncertain of your situation if you make it past this game. I believe it's the right call by Loomis and the staff to just give Merrick Davenport what he can do before, you know, if the wheels do fall off, it's time to go to Brendan Briley. Or possibly you could see somebody else, maybe Alex Crowley, but I believe it's going to be Brendan Briley. You will see.
This one's put out into right. McGraw trying to run it down. It's going to be in foul territory, and it drops down right in front of him. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. But Dennis, you alluded to it earlier that this is, you know, a single elimination type scenario. It is all hands on deck, so it's got to be, imagine, Briley, he's shown the most promise. He's been really hot coming on in relief and closing out games for Coach Loomis as of late. So you imagine if it's going to be the end of Davenport's time, it's got to be Brendan Briley.
And then I think if also, I'm not sure if you want to take the bat out of Davenport if you do get him out of here, but it all depends on what Loomis wants to do with the lineup, but I believe he'll just keep it the same. It's just a matter of swapping defensively, but who knows, maybe we could see a bat that's been performing pretty well come off the bench if Loomis decides to go that route, but Davenport's going to issue a walk here.
That's the 7th walk of the game, and the second to Brock Lubbers, who now will move up 90 feet to first base.
Davenport at 99 pitches.
So pitch number 100 coming up next for Merrick Davenport. And still no activity in the bullpen for Tonganoxie, so that's an indication that if they're going to bring somebody in, like you said, Riley currently out in center field. You threw Crowley out there. He's over at third right now. So it's going to be somebody in from the field.
Landon Snyder will be on first. They're going to show bunt here.
Goes foul.
If anybody they want to get going who can provide some hits, it'll be for Rock Creek, it's going to be Peter Martini. Especially if you're being aggressive and putting a runner on
Runner
first.
goes, hit and run, but it's skied out into right. McGraw tracks it and brings it in. And I think that if Martini lays off that one, Lubbers got a good jump, might have stolen second base instead, will retreat back to first, and a big out number 1 for the Chieftains.
And you're going to have to be aware here with Snyder on first, seeing that he did jump and he was going to second. You're going to have to know that they're going to be aggressive.
Yeah, I think that was a hit and run, fellas, to try and stay out of the double play.
But I believe they're probably just going to try and send him to second base. Yeah, you can see Langford's playing shallow. If they do show bunt, to try and just move the runner up 90 or.
And a 9-hole hitter, Prakash, who had the leadoff double in the 4th and came around to score that 3rd run of the game for Rock Creek. Laid off 2 straight balls so far in this at bat.
I don't think Rock Creek's going to chase here. I think you just got to give them something here.
Bunt show now pulls away. Davenport delivers up high. 3 balls, no strikes.
He'll be taken here.
In danger of walking his 8th batter is Davenport.
You've given him too much of a cushion. It's really time to fire in here.
Comes in 31 walks on the season into this tournament, goes Davenport. Trying to battle back, 3-1 now. Still showing bunt as Prakash doesn't do it. Right down the pipe, 3-2. Another full count for Davenport to work with.
You're going to have to go that same location there. Bigger question is, which do you go? Do you go your off speed or do you go your fastball?
And that one gets out On the left side, it's a base hit, and going for second now, rounding around to third was Lovers. He's in there easily. And again, the go-ahead run for Rock Creek, 90 feet away, and only one gone. And a big hit right there for Prokich.
That's gonna be it. That's all she wrote for Davenport.
107 total pitches, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 of them earned, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts for Merrick. Young sophomore coming out, trying to help the Chieftains rally and pull off the upset bid here as he walks back to the dugout. His head hanging a little bit low, but it should be held high. Good effort from the young sophomore. We'll step aside, have the pitching change right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
And it is, oh goodness, Brendan Briley. Welcome into the game, Brendan.
Which one?
All seems good. Yeah, that's true. Got Brendan here in the booth and Brendan out on the bump for the Chieftains, coming on in relief for Merrick Davenport. 1-1 on the season, a 3.12 ERA through 24 2/3 total innings. Comes in with 28 strikeouts to 22 walks, 1.703 whip. Jacob Marins will fill in for Briley out in center field. And now we turn our attention back to the top of the order for Rock Creek. Prokich at first base, Lubbers at third. DeBita, his 4th at bat, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and snagging second base easily as Prokich. Another stolen base here for the Mustangs.
And I think Bradley was just trying to locate it, and Dorn just kind of lost it there, so Prokich was able to jump on it. But I think it was also initially that Dorn was kind of focused on Prokich going to second, and he just kind of lost sight of it. But now you're in a dangerous spot if you're Briley. Rock Creek has both runners in scoring position. You've got to get 2 outs to get out of this inning.
Double play would be huge right here. Chieftains got the infield in. They don't want to give up another run at the plate, so that's going to add points to the batting average of the hitter.
2-1 pitch from Briley, swung on and fouled off. A big 2-2 count looming here.
Strikeout would be huge.
I can imagine if anything in the outfield, they're going to send that runner home. That's Snyder on third. He's got a bit of wheels, so I'd imagine they're going to send him home. Any fly ball.
Another 2-2 pitch fouled away. Talented, clutch leadoff hitter for the Mustangs all season long. Looking to come through here, put his team in front for the first time this afternoon.
He's been really patient.
Count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
He leads the team in walks for a reason.
Inside. And the first batter that Briley faces, he walks him up to first base. And again, bases loaded, 1 gone. 3rd time that the Chieftains have found themselves in this situation today.
That's definitely got to be a scary situation, but also I think Briley's just trying to get a feel for these batters. But I can imagine he's probably going to pitch a ground out here.
Low and away corner to Zeller, shaking his head, not liking it, 0-1.
He needs to keep the ball down in the zone. He wants a ground ball at one of these infielders. Cut that run down at the plate.
But also if you're Dorn, you got to be defensive as well. I think any pass ball, Rock Creek's going to look to get a nice jump there.
There's not a lot of foul ground territory behind home plate, though.
Low and away corner again, 1-2. You could just feel the intensity buzzing here in Dean Evans Stadium. Lewisburg and Paola fans now starting to arrive. 1-2 pitch, Briley high and away, 2-2.
And I know both teams are going to be actively watching to see whichever of these two teams win. It's who are they going to play in the next round.
Liner just over the glove out there in short, and the go-ahead run does come in to score for the Mustangs, and the big hit for Zeller. His first of the game. And for the first time today, Rock Creek leads Tonganoxie 4-3.
That was just unfortunate there. Zeller just got it over the head of Pearson Eccles. All Eccles could do is just jump up and watch it go over his head and into the outfield.
And that's a perfect example of what I mean by adding points to a batter's average. Had he been playing in his normal position, he would have caught that ball.
A break for Eccles. Oh, so close. That would have been a huge out number 2 potential double play ball. Instead, it just gets over his glove out into left.
And I think it could have also given an advantage to the Chieftains, because I'm sure they would have at least caught at least one runner sleeping on the base pass if you're Rock Creek, because they've been jumpy. Not the bad kind of jumpy, I mean the good kind of jumpy.
Oh, 2 count. This one, again, infield playing in, but it's a foul ball called.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Do we just have a...
I'm not sure.
Loomis coming out. He wants an explanation. The umpire out in the field making a call here.
That was definitely a fair ball.
Unless it hit the plate.
I don't think it hit the plate at all.
Well, another run is on the board for Rock Creek.
I wonder if they called catcher interference.
That's what it appears to be right now. So, yeah, catcher's interference. That brought Procish in the score. Gabita will move to third. Now Zeller up to second. What a bizarre sequence here. Making now 5 unanswered runs scored by Rock Creek.
And I'm sure Loomis is pretty upset in the dugout.
One-two count now to Becker.
And I think what the umpire saw is Dorn kind of crowded home plate just a tad bit, right in the lane. That's definitely a good get back if you're Briley.
First strikeout of the day for him on relief from Merrick Davenport.
Like I was saying, I think he was looking at Dorn kind of crowded the base path coming to home, just overcrowded it there. So just an unfortunate event for the Chieftains. That means their bats are going to have to come alive, and they've got their backs starting to close against the wall here.
They'll be down to their final 6 outs. And you still got Brock Lubbers on the bump for Rock Creek, who has
been
pretty
solid.
much perfect. Yes, it's coming on relief for Vanduska.
It's just a matter of, can they be like the middle of the Chieftains order and start to figure him out here?
Out into the outfield, Marin's tracking it down and brings it in. A big out number 3. Chieftain bats going to need to wake up here. They're down to their final 6 outs. Mustangs 5 unanswered runs as they lead by a pair.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Was 19 pitches for Brendan Briley coming on relief for Merrick Davenport as the Mustangs add 2 more on to their total and have a 2-run lead over the Chieftains, and Lubbers has settled into a groove on the mound right now, and the Chieftains are looking to throw him off a little bit. Trying to battle back in this game now, down to their final 6 outs, trying to avoid elimination and make it to day 2 and upset number 1 seeded Mustangs.
You need to get on base here. I think that's going to be the biggest confidence booster if you're the Chieftains. You can't be down on yourself here. Sure, you're in a dangerous spot here, but you have to battle back like it's your last ball game.
Riley swings at this one high, pop up in on the infield. Battling the sun and the wind, but able to bring it in as McCarn for out number 1.
Riley stayed patient. He just kind of got under it there and flied it.
Out of Doran 0 for 1. Strikeout in the 3rd. He got on with a walk in the 2nd, left stranded at second base. Just a jam shot. Martini, hard time getting it out of the glove, but still able to get it over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
They're seeing, and that's what I was mentioning. They're seeing Lubbers pretty decently. It's just a matter of they can't quite follow through with where they want the ball to go. I think, like you said, Dorn saw it well. He just got jammed there.
Having a hard time trying to square up the young freshman stud for the Mustangs. 4th time through, back to the top for the Chieftains, and Brock Gibbs putting together good days so far. 2 for 3, a pair of singles.
Oh, he was on that pitch. I think he just missed his pitch. You probably won't see that again.
Two and 1 now. Does appear Luke Kessinger is going to be pinch hitting for Marcoulier. So he's currently on deck. 3 and 1 now to Gibbs. Trying to get on, bring Kessinger up to the plate, trying to represent as the tying run.
I mean, Luke's got a lot of power on his bat, so I believe it's the right call.
It's a grounder again over to Martini, and 3 up, 3 down go the Chieftains in the top of the 6th inning. Lubbers chugging along for Rock Creek. His team holds a 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again, why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
So Brendan Briley will start his first full inning of work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lone job right now, just trying to keep it a 2-run ball game. Mustangs in front 5-3. Nuskin, McCarn, and Lubbers 3-2 up here for Rock Creek as they're looking to maybe tack on another insurance run or two, take it to the top of the 7th. Punch their ticket as the #1 seed. Haven't lost a game in over a month. We've got to go back to April 1st or April 2nd when they lost to the Abilene Cowboys. We'll also be playing later today here at the KSHSAA State Tournament.
Coming as the 2 seed, just one loss behind Rock Creek, in fact. I mean, Cowboys have always put together a really solid team. These teams out west, they're certainly kind of been dominating 4A baseball for the most part.
So a roller over to second on the first in time. And you take a look in recent history. Obviously, you got the Bullpups. McPherson have won back-to-back state titles. Rock Creek won a couple within fairly recent history as well.
2021, yeah.
2021.
I believe 2019 as well.
Actually, with no tournament being in 2020.
Of course, referencing the pandemic. I mean, that's probably the first thing that comes to mind when we say 2020.
So.
Oh, James McCarn there. Nice pitch there from Briley.
1-1 pitch from Briley. Right at the knees, 1-2.
He's finding his location really nice. He has nice command. He knows it's do or die here. It's time, got to put away the Mustangs.
For the Chieftains, when they come up in the top of the 7th, they're due to have Luke Kessinger come up and pinch hit for Mark Coulier. He'll lead it off, followed by Trevor McGraw and Talon Langford, 2, 3, and 4.
Nice job by Dorn to really try and frame them, but it didn't fool the home plate umpire. We got a full count with an out.
Oh, that one almost come inside and hit him. Ball 4, no matter how you want to chalk it up.
I think he wanted to go off speed inside, but just got away from him. Now you got Brock Lubbers, who's been dominant in both phases at bat. I mean, a nice clutch hit. He also has been pitching really well against the Chieftains squad, so what more damage could Lubbers do here?
Takes the first pitch strike. He's drawn 2 walks. Second one coming in the 5th inning where he came around to score. Also had that double, 2 RBI double back in the 3rd. He's undoubtedly so far has been the MVP of this game for Rock Creek. This one, that one gets out into the outfield, and there's going to be an error, but unplayed umpire, I think he's calling it. They might send him back.
Yeah, they're going to send him back.
They say that it was fouled. So No stolen base.
Yeah, I think Coach Seidman wants a word.
There's no stolen base, advancing the second on the throwing error from Dorn.
Yeah, Seidman's no stranger to this environment. In his 9th year, he's won 2 state championships with this squad. He's looking to add on a 3rd. There's going to be a new champion this year, whether you like it or not.
Undoubtedly. Rock Creek will be looking to make it. They can hold on to win as this one sprayed out. That one gets on the right. Hard time fielding it is McGraw, and taking a long turn around the second base bag hole to stay put there as McCarn is kind of caught a little bit awkwardly in his stride as he was trying to round around, maybe go for third base, but he'll hold up there. And again, a great afternoon continuing for Brock Lubbers.
Lubbers will go to the bench to give himself a bit of rest before he faces possible shutout, while Landon Snyder back on first.
A lot of tip goes foul to the left side. Oh for 3 on the day is Martini.
Tried to play a little small ball there at the foul. I imagine he could try and go again, but I imagine they're just going to let him swing away here.
Job by plate, keeping that from going to the backstop, keeping it in front of him. Runner staying put at first and second base.
Yeah, the Chieftains can't afford to give up any more runs here. They want to have a shot.
He looks over at second for Briley, now delivers low out of the zone, 2-1.
I mean, this Chieftains squad's no stranger to being the underdogs. They've been no stranger to coming back in this tournament, so it's going to be a huge, tall task here if they can get out of this inning and then with them down to their last 3 outs. They're going to go 3.
Graw trying to track it down, but it goes foul. Aggressive on the base paths there for Rock Creek.
Yeah, that was McCarn. Got a nice jump there. Would I go for a chase pitch here? I think I would. I think you've got one more ball to spare and then got to throw your best pitch on 3 and 2. Yep, jammed him there. Still got some cushion.
Two from Briley behind. Somehow Blake able to snag that before it goes straight back to the backstop.
Nice job by Blake there.
Wow.
Dorn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what are we doing, boys?
I mean, Blake has played catcher.
That's
wrong team.
Three-two on the way from Briley, and another one fouled off. Another great battle here.
Yeah, you
Briley
really
and Martini.
You don't want to load them up with less than 2 out here.
One out into center. Marin's under it. Brings it in. Big out number 2 as he throws to third. Good job picking that one up from Talon.
That's definitely a sigh of relief if you're Briley. That was kind of a short little flare there from Martini. Marin's nice job reading that, tracking it. Number 1 goals to sit down Prakash and get out of here.
You know, he's batting in the bottom of the order in the 9 spot. He has been hard to get out today. And now 2 for 3, a double and a single, and he has come around to score on back-to-back plate appearances.
Young man's having a day.
That's why they like him at the bottom of the order. If he gets his bat hot, then he's also a real threat on the base pass. I mean, he's top 3 in runs scored. He's top 3 in stolen bases. He gets on base when he wants to and whenever he needs to.
This is contact on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bradley a strike away from getting out of the inning. All right, chopper. Langford takes it. Throws across. Great pick over there at first by Crowley, and they got it done. Beautiful throw across the way. Even better dig by Crowley at first base on the slow chopper on the third base side. Chieftains down by 2, go to the top of the 7th. Can they make the comeback and move on to the semifinals? Find out next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
There we go. Final 3 outs for the Chieftains.
They're going to stick with Marcouli here up.
Initially, we said Luke Kester, they were bringing him on to pinch hit in the top half of the 6th. And Brock Gibbs grounded out over 2 short. So Marcouli back in there behind 0-1. Lubbers looking to wrap it up here for the Mustangs. And another ground at Martini. He's been busy over there at short. Another throw across the way, and the Chieftains now down to the final 2 outs.
Now here's the part of the order you really need to rely on here. Their backs are clearly up against the wall. They're feeling the fire. It's now or never.
Undoubtedly one of the leaders of this team for many years now, Trevor McGraw, stepping in. What could very well potentially be his final high school at bat. He takes a first pitch strike on the low inside corner.
Good breaking pitch there by Lovers.
He's really trying to give McGraw, the senior, everything he's got here.
He's got him down 0-2.
Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way. McGraw pops it up. Right side in, foul ground. And the catcher is able to bring it in for out number 2, and Becker.
Chieftains are on edge here.
And the Mustang faithful starting to get on their feet. They can feel it for their team. At one point, down 3-0 in this game. They have answered with 5 straight unanswered runs.
Got Kessinger on deck.
Down to Talon Langford. Can he keep the season alive for the Chieftains? They hang on to their final out. Where's one? And that will bring the tying run to the plate. And Luke Kessinger.
Yeah, I think the Chieftains fans are wanted to get some momentum on their side. So.
And by the way, those are Luke calls. Those aren't boos.
Okay. I was making sure.
At least I am assuming, at least. You got a guy named Luke coming in, his biggest at-bat of the season by far. Leads the team 16 RBIs, a 286 average, 4 doubles. He does have 1 home run on the season.
Be a good time for number 2.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one, folks. That was right down Broadway off speed. You know, Kessinger's definitely kind of kicking himself there, like, why didn't I take that one?
Lubbers delivers an 0-1. Kessinger, a line drive, that gets out. And a base hit in left center. Langford rounding around second, slides head first into third base. And Kessinger doing his job, keeps the line moving on the pinch hit. 2-out single. Runners at the corners now for the Chieftains.
They're going to go pinch runner here, I believe. It's going to be Morenz. Yep, they're going to send Morenz out there. Alex Crowley, he's come up big in regionals. He's done solid in this game. The senior knows he's got to do the impossible, get the first earned run across on the stellar freshman Brock Lubbers.
The fact that we're here at the state tournament and saying that about Lubbers on the season is mind-boggling. 2-0 count. Everyone getting on their feet right now. Broadcasters included.
Us included, yes.
Not quite everyone standing, but on the edge of their seats, that's for sure. As this one flared back into the netting up over our way. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Crowley. One for 3, a single back in the 4th.
We know the reason we're standing. We've seen things happen before. We've seen this team come back in a situation like this. They did it late in the state championship. They rallied themselves to down 2.
This is the trademark of a Coach Loomis squad. Doesn't matter the sport. It's a never die, never quit attitude.
And that's the mentality you need right now.
Langford at third on the hit by pitch. Morenz, the pinch hitter for Luke Kessinger, had the pinch hit single. Next pitch to Crowley, breaking pitch. A lot of movement there, 2-2.
It's the final strike. Rock Creek knows it. Chieftains fans are holding their breath.
Rock Creek fans getting loud. 2-2. Inside, 3-2. This is the beauty of playoff baseball, especially here in the state tournament.
You got to keep your composure here if you're Alex Crowley. I know it's such a big at bat.
Trying to keep the Chieftain season alive, down to their final strike, a 3-2 count. Morenz will be going. Here's the pitch, just foul tip straight back.
And look who's on deck, Funk. I mean, who better than Ben Blake? But first of all, you've got to walk here.
Got to get him to the plate first. Another 3-2. Crowley chops it left side, and Lubbers tosses. Did he beat it out? He did not. And Lubbers tossing the glove aside, and the Rock Creek Mustangs survive and advance. I feel like that is about as good as we can sum it up in this game. Crowley was just about a half step away from beating it out on the first base bag.
Man.
Final score, Rock Creek 5, Tonganoxie 3.
Unbelievable game.
Unbelievable.
That's just got to hurt, though.
Crowley.
Especially for these seniors.
Crowley, as soon the out call was made, just kind of hunched over. Definitely tears being shed. Hard fought for the Chieftains. Again,
He was
coming
gunning
in
for first, yeah.
Yeah, it is the 8th seed in this tournament. Dennis, you said it in the pregame show, nothing to lose for these Chieftains. And they came out, got on top early, held a 3-run lead. They rode Merrick Davenport until the wheels fell off. Brendan Briley came in, held the fort down a little bit. It was just too little too late. As Rock Creek, now that overall record on the season, being moved up to 26-1. Win number 26 coming here in the quarterfinals at the state tournament, and they will move on, and they'll take on the winner of our upcoming game between Paola and Lewisburg. As we now transition into the Brothers Market post-game show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, where they treat you like family. I'll tell you what, gentlemen, and I'll let you take it away here for a minute, but 5-3 ball game deal, and this is, again, never die, never quit attitude for the Chieftains. They're putting a rally together in the top of the 7th, and Crowley, like you said, beating it out, trying his best to get to that first base bag. Just couldn't quite do it on the slow chopper on the left side of the infield. This has still been another unforgettable season for Tonganoxie, and really in the year they were under 500 going into the regionals tournament. They beat the runner-ups last year in Chanute. They beat Miege again in the regional championship game. They had number 1 on the ropes here in Salina. This is definitely a team under Coach Loomis. They will be back here, I would imagine, in the very near future. But for these seniors on this squad, just kind of take us through the emotions of what they're going through right now.
Hurt. I mean, definitely hurt. They wanted this so bad. They've been in the spot before. It's a definitely young team. But, I mean, I know they really wanted this. And I know Crowley, when I saw him tear up, I almost teared up too with him. I mean, kid wanted it so bad. He was doing all he could to get to first. But, I mean, they didn't overestimate this Rock Creek team. They knew it would be a pitcher's duel. It's just they were the losing end of it. But you have to give them credit. And there's a reason that they came in with a losing record. It's because they beefed up their schedule with the best opponents they could get. The only way to get to state is if you play the best opponents you can get on your schedule. They persevered through everything, and I mean, you have to feel it for this team. Despite the record shows, they played an incredible season. You can't feel nothing but proud of them, although they would have liked to bring home some hardware. It hurts, but I know you should be super proud of this team. They fought till the very end.
Undoubtedly, and this was the second game in a row that we've had Rock Creek taken to the brink by a Frontier League team. They faced Ottawa in the regional championship, squeaking out a victory 3-2 to get to this point. They just beat Tonganoxie 5-3, and they'll take on another Frontier League opponent, either Lewisburg or Paola. Again, that game will be starting here in about 30-35 minutes or so over on Paola Sports Live and on Varsity Sports Live, if you happen to know any Lewisburg or Paola fans that want to tune along and watch for that game. But, Dennis, again, we were here 2 years ago, and I couldn't help when I was sitting and watching Rock Creek make this comeback of feeling shades of that 2022 Chieftains squad. They were down multiple runs, and they just kind of found a way to get it done in the end. And I think when this is all said and done, the better team, they won this game in the end. The Mustangs did over the Chieftains, but still, again, what an incredible season it's been for Tonganoxie. It's been so fun to come out and cover them at least one more time here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Oh, yeah, they're a fun group to watch. And like you said, Coach Loomis always has them playing hard. There's never any quit in them. But, I'd like to tip my hat to Lovers. Man, did he come on and shut the Chieftains down and did some damage with his bat as well. So I would say he's probably the player of the game for me.
Yeah, Brock Lovers, talk about shutting it down the mound. 4 total innings, just 49 pitches, 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, no earned runs as his incredible freshman campaign continues on. Merrick Davenport will be credited with the loss. 4 1/3, 107 total pitches, 4 hits, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts, 5 earned runs. And on those 5 earned runs for the Mustangs coming on 6 hits, and the Chieftains 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors for either team. So that's going to do it for us here on Tonganoxie Sports Live officially for the 2023 and 2024 school year. I want just to say thank you to everybody from all of our terrific and amazing sponsors local in the community that help us provide this service to everyone in Tonganoxie for the student athletes, for their parents, for their brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whoever. If they can't make it to the game, they can't make the trips to Salina, wherever they are in the world. We could not help bring this service to them without your guys' tremendous support. Of course, Cody Witt and Josie Eastis, among many others, at Tonganoxie High School and the Tonganoxie School Board, allowing us to come back year after year and provide this service. I hope we get to do it again in 2024 and 2025. And, of course, it's been great working with you, Brendan, as always. It's been so fun throughout this year. You and I, we still have some more stuff to do over the summer.
Yes,
We still got at least a couple more games, as we'll be on the call for Payola and Lewisburg coming up in just about 30 minutes. We could not do this without everyone's tremendous support. So for one final time, as we sign off here on Tonganoxie Sports live from Dean Evans Stadium in Salina, Kansas, alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long, and we'll see you next time right here on the Chieftains Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance.